Good morning, everybody. This is week 3 of the life of a college admin during the coronavirus in the U.S. I'm Lisa Beals from Not Your College Life, and I live and work in the state of Indiana at a Big Ten university. This project is not intended to represent the thoughts or positions of anybody at the university. This is just me sharing my perspective. I last wrapped up on Friday morning with the episode, and the weekend I was very intentional on unplugging. I just physically and mentally exhausted, and I needed to disconnect. It was 66 degrees Friday morning when I walked into the office. 66. I didn't even need a coat. By Friday afternoon, it was cold and windy. I had a lovely picnic lunch with some work colleagues. Y'all, Saturday, it snowed. I think we had close to 3 inches. Weather in Indiana. This weekend I intentionally stayed off of email and social as much as possible. I should have been more productive in creating content for my podcast and my 12 listeners. Got to start somewhere, folks. Yeah, I should have been creating content. I wasn't. Actually, that's not true. I was editing the podcast from my daily diaries last week. So I did edit that and get that published to YouTube. I realized that I ran out of space on my podcast channel for this month. So yeah, some of these episodes may only live over on the YouTube and not in my actual podcast. So I'll have to go back and update the show notes so that folks can find the link to the additional episodes on my daily diaries on YouTube. Anyway, so I did do a little bit of that. Got my workstation set up, ready to roll. So bummed. I got a fabulous deal at the surplus store for $10 monitors, which was going to make me be incredibly efficient, I thought. Got them hooked up. I was so proud of myself. I didn't want to use this workstation, this desk, because this is for me. This is my side hustle, my podcast, this is my passion project. I didn't want to take from that, and I really don't feel like I had the work surface to make that happen. So, you guys, this is hilarious. Look at this workstation. It is embarrassing. Okay, so that's where I'm working from. One of the monitors shorts out after about 30 seconds. So yeah, disappointing. Nonetheless, I still have my laptop and another monitor. I've ordered from Amazon a cable so that I can use the TV in here as a third monitor. So I'll relocate my workstation to make that effective. I have been moving around between an exercise ball, a milk crate with a pillow, and the floor as far as my chair. And my back is killing me for that. So if you guys have any tips out there, I would appreciate suggestions on that. So that's where I'm at. Monday and Tuesday were crazy. As much as anyone is, we are all moving at lightning speed, trying to figure things out, making it up as we go. There's a great YouTube video out there that I found years ago when we were implementing a new degree audit tool, and we were in the thick of it, and a dear friend of mine said it's like we're building the airplane while we're flying it. And there's a great YouTube video out there that tries to mimic that, so it's really funny. If you have time, go find it. It's adorable. I'll try and remember to link to it in the comments. But that's what I feel like we're doing. I have been for the last 2 weeks fielding inquiries and questions and what ifs and if that's then this with the provost and the faculty and my boss. And as other topics come up, I'm shoving those questions. Don't forget to think about this. Don't forget to think about that. Ask them for clarification about this. And just waiting for answers and decisions. And I really appreciate the thoughtfulness and the consideration that the faculty and the provost have put behind it. But dang, can you give a girl some answers? And so finally, yeah, Tuesday afternoon, we got answers. But as it seems has been happening throughout this pandemic leading up to it, the lines of communication and the order that the messaging goes out is a little less than coordinated. So students got the communication before our advising community, and the advising community needed to know the information to support the students and all the questions they were going to be having. So I had a handful of my advisors email me to say WTH, in some cases WTF. It would have been nice to know what's going on. So thankfully I had some insider information I shared with them. I let them vent. I let them know we're all trying our best. I understand their frustration. Stuff happens. And what can I do to help? And so people just want to be heard. They just wanted to have a space to vent and know that they're not going to get punished for that. So yeah, great decisions I think were made to protect our students from this crazy semester. The graduate school still has to finalize some of their decisions as it relates to just graduate students. My email is crazy out of control. At 5 o'clock, I'm shutting things down, and I'm really trying to walk away. Last night, I did not do as good a job. I kept checking emails. There was still another communication that my boss and I were going back and forth on. So I think finally close to 6:30, we shut that down, and I stopped looking. So I haven't, it's 7:47 a.m. I have not logged back in yet. I wanted to capture some of my thoughts and memories before too much time had escaped. Yeah, today's Wednesday. I'm looking to, what are we working on? Oh, we're looking actually to enact some development that's needed to support the decisions that were made to protect our students this semester. We'll be working on that, probably still answering some messaging, some questions. Oh, we had a really great call with our digital marketing folks on ideas for how to, the best way I can describe it is a commencement in a box, but a virtual box. We did not want May to come and go without acknowledging and recognizing our students that were completing a degree at Purdue, whether it was a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, a PhD, a doctorate, whatever. We did not want it to go by. So many won't be able to come back and participate in a ceremony. And so to create something that we could deliver to them, and they could potentially create their own commencement wherever they're at with their family and friends, is really what we're trying to achieve. So our partners in digital marketing had some great ideas on how to recreate and make available the iconic locations that students would want pictures in front of: the Arch, Harry's Chocolate Shop, Slater Hill, the Neil Armstrong statue, the Unfinished P, the fountain, variety of things. We're going to have our student interns go through the bucket list of things you have to do at Purdue before you leave, and have them either photograph or record them going through the bucket list. Yeah, so I don't want to give away all of our secrets of what we want to do to make available for our graduating seniors, but I'll come back and share with you guys once some decisions have been finalized. We did survey our students that are graduating in May to see how many would want to return in the summer, providing the CDC lets us do a big event in early August. And I'm really excited. Typically in May, we would do six commencement ceremonies with roughly between 1,000 and 1,200 graduates in each ceremony. We do a very personalized ceremony. So if you have more than about 1,200, you need an intermission. And so our goal is never to require an intermission. So we repeat the same commencement ceremony with small tweaks based on the colleges participating 6 times in the spring. We do that in the summer and in December as well for those students completing requirements then. In the summer, the numbers of students that actually complete requirements and choose to participate are roughly between 700 and 900. Mostly those are PhD candidates. So we're able to do just one and wrap it up In the winter, we have to do 2. Where I was going with this is a number of our May 2020 graduates have already indicated to us their intent and hope to come in August to participate. So we're trying to wrangle the president to agree to a May in August ceremony. Rather than balancing the numbers out, we want to leave one ceremony solely for the summer graduates, but have a second and possibly a third, depending on the numbers, that is a May in August. So if you graduated in May, this is your ceremony in August. And even if they've done a commencement at home with their family and friends, this would still be their moment that we would put on for them here. Yeah, we're hoping to be able to get those decisions finalized yet in the next week or 2. Students are they're so inundated right now with so many emails coming from the provost and the dean of students and their faculty, and sometimes 5 and 6 faculty member are emailing them, and student government. I do not want to send them yet another email. I want them to kind of find their new routine right now and figure out what all this means for them to make really good decisions with their advisor. And then I'm going to reach out to them and say, give us your thoughts. How can you help us shape what this looks like for you? And go from there. Okay, you guys, I am going to wrap this episode up. It is Wednesday morning, March 25th. It's Wednesday, March 25th. We did start our registration for fall on Monday. That seems to be going off without a hitch. And I will come back and check in with you later this week. Have a great week. Take care, y'all. And #work from home, social distancing.